What's going on, YouTube? Jedi Knight back with another video. My apologies. This is the second video that I'm doing today, and it's not on the topic that I said I would do yesterday. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that off until tomorrow. When I did that other video, I actually got to thinking, and I want to do this video because a lot of the videos that I've done, given that I've tried to be unbiased, but the videos still shed positive light on Bitconnect, and I don't think that's a problem. I think that they have a solid service. And my personal opinion, I don't think Bitconnect is a scam. I think the structure works, but I think that the structure works in its infancy, and that is what this video is going to be about. I think that it's very, very important that Bitconnect takes the proper steps to make this platform useful in the world in many ways. You know, when I think about it, a lot of people say, well, there's no real use case for the Bitconnect coin. There is a use case, but it's just within their platform, within their portal, right? Years ago, people said the same thing about Bitcoin. Well, there is no real use case. You know, yeah, you guys are switching or exchanging back and forth Bitcoin, but it's within this crypto world, and it's gaining value. But one, because it's so volatile, nobody wants to accept Bitcoin, because the moment they accept it, they feel like it's gonna lose value. Granted, it can also go to the upside, but it's the volatility in general that kept people away, right? And this was years ago. This was about 4 or 5 years ago, and there's still cases where people are just uncertain. One, because they don't really know about crypto, but also when you think of Bitcoin, one of the things that you think about, plain and simple, is volatility, right? So when Bitcoin was newer, it was really hard to go out and purchase things in the real world. Now when we have developers and it's not so volatile, you have more people accepting Bitcoin, and also more ways that once people accept Bitcoin, they can immediately sell it off or exit it through Coinbase or what have you, right? In many ways, Bitconnect has a similar problem. And it's not necessarily the volatility, because for the most part, it went, from 16 cents to, $60, and then it's been fluctuating between $50 and $70. Now, for us in crypto, that's not a problem because we're so used to volatility. In the real world, though, you cannot have somebody take a coin and they take it at $70, and within a week or two, it can fluctuate to the downside to about $50, because that is value that they are losing in the real world, where those type of volatilities it's not sustainable for them. And sustainability is the key here. It's not scam, it's sustainability. At the moment, Bitconnect is sustainable. But doing my last video, it kind of dawned on me. And then once it dawned on me, what I wanted to do was be as, not pessimistic, but I wanted to try my absolute best to find the cracks within the foundation, or the possible cracks within the foundation of Bitconnect. Now let me begin. If Bitconnect stays exactly the way it is, I think Bitconnect can last between 1 to 3 years, exactly the way it is. The reason why I say that is because when you look at the live orders, you have more buyers than sellers, right? Here comes the problem. A lot of us are doing compounding interest, right? It's a feature from Bitconnect that we can do. Let me open up this chart that Mr. C. Anderson made. This is a chart that I'm using to, monitor what I'm doing, right? Now, you notice that it starts with $1,000. You can switch the numbers here, and all of the other numbers here will then change based on what you put in for the total active investment at the initial time. But from day one, say if it's $1,000, it would take about 2 years of compounding your interest every single day at a 0.9% interest rate to turn that $1,000 to $1 million. And then if you start to cash out, then you will have about $11,000 a day, right? The structure based on the coin and how you can get in between and how it keeps Bitconnect from having to hold Bitcoin works, because you have the buyers coming in looking to buy Bitconnect coins. When I talk about sustainability though, it's when so many people are trying to compound in order to make wealth, and there's going to be a few that's going to try to go past this, right? If you reinvest every single day from $100 for 5 consecutive years, your total active investment would be about $1 billion. And then see how this million is, and this 11,000 that you would get a day. If this was $1 billion, this would be about $11.5 million a day. Now, when you have a situation like that, this is what occurs. You have to have the buying orders there, right? People who are willing to buy that to get on the platform. You see, we're okay now because we have more demand than we have supply. So anybody who's trying to sell right now has a great exchange worth of buyers who are willing to buy what they're selling. It's not that the sellers or the buyers are going to go away. It's that once you begin to compound that, then just the size of the sell orders can drown out the amount of buyers on the market. What Bitconnect needs to do is to find an outlet, a source. This is what I mean about people that, in this community, when we're like so focused on the amount of money that, could possibly be made. And I'm not really concerned about that because I feel like I put myself in a position to where I'm going to make cash, right? What I'm talking about now is sustainability, something that can make this long lasting. And I need to view Bitconnect's movements, which will give me an indication, a feeling on how long they can be around. I think Bitconnect's structure is better than anything else that I've seen, right? If they didn't implement this coin the way they did, as well as the exchanges, this would be considered a hype scam or MLM or whatever they call those type of schemes, right? The way they did it though, in all reality, they've legitimized it. The issue is what you can do on the service when it comes to the compounding interest. Once you're trying to get off, you can never, ladies and gents, you can never drown out the amount of buying orders. The demand must always be equal to or greater than the selling orders. As this platform begins to get popular, the buying orders and the selling orders are going to get greater. If the buying orders are going to get greater because more people are going to know about it, more people are going to be referred, more people are going to see these things on social media, more people are going to be curious, more people are going to want to try to buy in. The selling orders is going to grow because more people are going to be cashing out whatever they made on interest, but also more people are going to be getting in and so forth. Now, a lot of people who are going to be in that are new are going to be holding because they want to do the compounding interest, right? A lot of people who are currently on the system are going to start trying to sell because they put themselves in a space to where they feel like, okay, making $100 a day or making $500 a day or whatever their situation is going to be comfortable for them. But you're going to have some people on this platform that are going to go completely insane with the greed. And they're going to be like, yo, we're going to shoot this up for, $1 million. And then once they get to that $1 million, they're going to try to shoot higher. because there is no cap. That's what I'm saying. On this website, there is no cap in that regard. You can continuously reinvest. So what happens is, if the Bitconnect exchange is the only outlet that allows you to exchange your coins, you're gonna have a sustainability problem. Not to mention, as I did in my last video, when I showed that Bitconnect made $1.7 million off of this 10 people putting out $10,000 loans back in March, right? We also have to realize that what Bitconnect is trying to do to build this service is going to require money. So Bitconnect is also going to be in the market, because they're going to have to sell off in order to get cash, in order to pay people or do certain things to build the program, right? So it's about sustainability. It's to make sure that you have a market where the demand is always higher than the selling. Let's go to the roadmap. Putting it on other exchanges will help somewhat. But this is why I said before in a couple videos ago that I feel like the smart card is going to make or break Bitconnect. And I truly meant that. And I didn't even realize that, like, subconsciously I understood it. But now just reevaluating it again, it makes even more sense, right? Bitcoin, look how big Bitcoin is. The reason why Bitcoin is so huge is because people are taking it outside of the crypto space and they're actually spending money on it. There's websites, like if somebody wants to go buy gold and silver, right? You can actually spend Bitcoin and buy gold and silver. Years ago, you couldn't even do that, right? Nobody was going to exchange that. Now you can go to Subway and buy a sandwich with Bitcoin, right? What Bitconnect needs to do is they need the ability to spend Bitconnect coins. We must be able to spend it. If we are able to spend it, it puts this in a damn near limitless environment. Because you don't have to worry solely about the exchange and exchanging it to Bitcoin. If you're able to do that, then what you also do is you take off a lot of the tension from the exchange itself. Because you can go and say, okay, well, I have 100 Bitconnect coins. I can go buy something with Bitconnect coins. I don't have to go down to the exchange and sell them. For a lot of the people who are coming off and, getting into the interest end, right? Once they have those interests, right now it's very cool because we are the early people. We are like the quote unquote pioneers. We're the test people of this platform. And though I see the genius of what they did and their philosophy on how they structured this, it has the potential to have cracks in the foundation. And this is why this smart card is important, and the partnership and Bitconnect ecosystem and development. The way they're trying to build the community, right? Once they open up, they're trying to have exchanges and stuff. And it's kind of like a while ago, I made a video and it was Bitconnect is trying to be like eBay and Amazon. It's trying to be of that space. So you can spend it also within the platform, but you have merchants and you have service providers that are willing to accept the coin, right? So you don't have people trying to constantly trying to reinvest and establish higher returns through that. And then once they finally try to get off the platform, they overwhelm the exchange. They don't overwhelm the people who are trying to get on in per se, because a lot of people are saying, well, I just want to get on. The problem is that when the nominal value of the coins supersede the nominal value of Bitcoins trying to enter, if they can't service the amount of sellers now, even though it could be more buyers, but the nominal prices is just so drastically different because somebody is trying to, they turned $1,000 into $1 billion and they're trying to exit the exchange with $12 million a day, $13 million a day. It's going to overwhelm the exchange. They need to do something to to minimize that, because that type of leverage is unsustainable. That will kill Bitconnect. Not that the structure, not that what they're doing is scamish. It's like when you have a child, and you know when you have a baby and you have a little baby seat and you put that child in there, you can't keep putting that kid in there until it's 20 years old. The chair will sooner or later not be able to sustain the baby that is now a human, right? It grew too big, and then the chair will break under it, the foundation. Bitconnect has a solid program, but they need to make sure that they create different avenues outside of this exchange. If they can do that, then they will keep cracks from happening within their foundation. If they can do that, Bitconnect can be around for a long time. If Bitconnect drops the ball on that, Bitconnect only has a couple years, my opinion. I will try to get to the review aspect of things, but I just felt like once this entered my head, it wouldn't leave, and I just wanted to do a video on it because I felt like it's important. I don't want to be the person that is, only, like, my purpose is never to just put it in a light. I don't love the company. I use the company because I see the benefits of the company, but there is possibilities here for it to have cracks. But it's not, in my opinion, based on a scam. It's based on instability. That's the difference. And the reason why I see this is because I'm actually investigating the company, and I'm looking at certain things, and I'm getting information from other people, and I'm trying to put everything together. And just based on what we're doing, it just is what it is, right? They need outlets. If they can take the pressure off of the exchange, but do it now before the pressure becomes something evident on the exchange, then it'll work. Once there's too much pressure on the exchange, the other people who are wanting to get on are going to see the pressure, and they're not going to feel confident on, like, selling their Bitcoin to buy Bitconnect coins, and then doing the loan program, the trading program, and feel confident that they can get off the exchange. Not because it's a scam, but on the selling side, it's overwhelming to the buying side. And if you cannot sell it, and you don't have any other way to distribute the coin, then what good is the coin? It's a great portal coin, don't get me wrong. And right now it's working. But this is why this roadmap is really important, and this is why the smart card is important. This getting other exchanges are important, but most importantly, this partnership, Bitconnect ecosystem and development is imperative. It is imperative. My opinion, based on what I'm doing, by the fourth quarter 2017, if I haven't seen any true steps in this direction, I'm going to have to second guess what the developers behind Bitconnect is doing. And that's just being 100, about the situation. Completely 100, right? If they are doing this and they're able to establish those avenues, Bitconnect is going to be an absolute beast, because they've taken the leverage off of the exchange and actually had established the ability to use the coin directly out of the crypto space, off of its platform. In its platform right now, I don't want to continuously go, but on its platform, it's cool for now because it's small. So there is no consequence, and we have massive buyers. Bitconnect, take care of this issue before it becomes a real world issue. And I'm going to be watching, right? But for now, it's not a problem. But they have to satisfy this. October is going to be a big month, or actually August is going to be a big month. We're going to have to see what they do with the transition with Bitcoin. They said that they're going to possibly be down from July 31st to August 3rd. We'll see how we handle that. So they have some tests coming up, and in October, they're going to have their presentation of the smart card. Depending on how they establish this is going to let me know a lot about this program and this company. So again, ladies and gents, make your money, enjoy your interest, but if you're really serious about Bitconnect, look at what they're doing. Till next video, ladies and gents, keep earning that crypto. That was always the point. Jedi Knight out.